In less than a month, we will be marking a somber day, the 20th anniversary of the September 11th attacks. In Bethany Beach, the focus of the day will be wounded veterans. And for the second year in a row, Operation Seize the Day, a week-long program for dozens of wounded veterans and their families, have decided to cancel Warrior Beach Week. But those wounded veterans will still be honored. Here to tell us more about the event are Annette Reaping with Operation Seize the Day and former Army Surgeon General, retired Lieutenant General Ron Blank. Thank you both for being here
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. This started at, what, 8 years ago, about?
Yes.
So
2013 was the first year. 2013.
So for those who may not be familiar with the program, give us an overview.
It's a program where we bring into the Delmarva area 35 wounded veteran families to mark the familyness of Bethany Beach and the surrounding areas. And they're giving a free week's vacation, if you will. Homes are donated by the homeowners. The businesses all make everything available to them that we do here and take for granted, whether it's boating, golfing, and it has been life-changing for them. It's the first time they're together in a large group of people like themselves. The first time the children see other members either with a missing limb or PTSD, and they make friends. And what we've found now is that they stay together even after the week here. They even celebrate holidays together. But the Delmarva Peninsula has been tremendous.
Yeah.
It's because everyone here in this community should be very proud of the positive impact they've given to these veteran families, because they feel welcome, they feel normal, wives feeling like wives again, husbands like husbands again, and it's impressive to us of what happens. And we call it a magical week.
Oh, I bet. And Ron, you know, you have the military experience,
right.
So you probably kind of have a sense of what this means to the families.
Oh, Annette described it very well, but it's a time where they can do anything they want. They have no pressures of looking for this, waiting for that. Everything is provided. Many of them not only take advantage of some of the boating or golfing or other opportunities, they just go and lay in the beach. They're just themselves. They're with family. They interact with the other families. It truly is magical, and it's healing. We've had several examples of people who have come who were very, very troubled, who started to come out of their shell, and actually by the end of the week did so and came back as themselves a volunteer or alumni, and it's a wonderful thing to watch.
I bet, I bet. Okay, so for the second year in a row, as we mentioned, it had to be canceled. So you're putting on an event September 11th. Tell us about that event.
We started to think about 9/11 and what it meant. And of course, this is, as you mentioned, the 20th anniversary. We decided that needed to be remembered in Bethany Beach. So working with the town, we're going to have a brief ceremony. There's going to be music and so forth, and then talk a little bit about what 9/11 meant then, what it means now, how we need to remember, and then how the need for organizations such as Operation Seize the Day still exists. We cannot forget those veterans that have served and given so much. And then we want to thank all of those in the community who have given so much in support of Operation Seize the Day, but really of those veterans and families.
Well, we're not done yet. We're going to talk a little bit more about this program that's happening coming up next month. Delmarva Life. We'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see?
Before the break, we were having a conversation about an upcoming event put on by the group that puts on Operation Seize the Day. And I have with us Annette Reaping. She is a volunteer, and former Army Surgeon General, retired Lieutenant General Ron Blank. Thank you both for being here. And we were talking about Operation Seize the Day, and been doing it since 2013, giving these wounded warriors a vacation, if you will. I imagine there have been some stories, some personal stories that hit your heart doing this. Can you share any with us?
Yes, very much. They come in as families. It's not just the warrior, but it's the spouse and the children. And I think you've had several of them here on the show. And I was talking with Omi yesterday with the two young girls who were here.
Yeah.
And how they say that the ocean is like medicine for their father. He becomes who he was, who they knew before he's had some of his injuries. And it touches my heart to hear from them. And they stay in touch. They can't wait to come back to the ocean at some point in their lives. And they feel like they've healed as a family.
Yeah. And that's important, isn't it, Ron?
Healing as a family and coming together is so important, and we tend to focus on the veteran because that's the person who is the wounded warrior, and often we ignore the family and those dynamics, but they're suffering too. And so having them here and focusing on that family is so important. We've had 2 or maybe 3 weddings.
Yes.
Folks that have either renewed their vows or in one case that just hadn't quite got around to it. And so we were able to facilitate a wedding. Parents came. It was terrific. And what a great experience to formalize that union and just have it with their family. And by that, I mean fellow wounded warriors and families and those of us who were involved in it. Priceless memory.
The first time I met both of you several years ago, talking about Operation Seize the Day, it was still in its infancy, I guess, at that point. Did you ever imagine it would turn into something like this?
No.
No, I don't think so.
This community should have a lot of pride in what they've accomplished for these veteran families. It's only made possible by them coming together. They would walk up and shake their hands and thank them for their service because we gave them a tag so that the community could recognize them. They felt embraced. And I would like to leave a message for all of our veterans today with what's going on, and that we want all of them to remember that we appreciate them and their families for what they do, for their service, and for keeping all of us safe. We thank you very, very much.
That's wonderful.
Thank you all.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, September 11th is the event. Real quickly, give us the wheres and the whens.
At the bandstand in Bethany Beach at 7 o'clock in the evening. We'll be there. A very brief ceremony, but I hope a meaningful one in which we not only acknowledge and remember 9/11/2001, but also thank all of those in the Bethany Beach community who have supported Operation Seize the Day, and we'll end up by singing God Bless America.
Ooh.
So it should be hopefully uplifting, and we really want the town to come out because this is their program.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, if the past, 9 years or so are any indication, I think they're going to be there. Yeah, absolutely. Well, good luck with the event. We'll have all the information on our website, delmarvalife.com. Annette, Ron, thank you so much. And we look forward to having you back to talk about the Warrior Week again.
Yes,
It's going to happen next year, right?
It is.
We'll bring some warriors with us.
Sounds wonderful.